What's up? No. Okay. Straight to the point. I'm just going to tell you straight up. This is going to be a long video concerning religion, so if you can't handle it, you might as well just click off of it now. I am going to get straight to the point. I don't want this video to be 15 minutes long, but if it turns out to be 15 minutes long, then fine. I aired my grievances, I ranted, I said everything I needed to say. I'm going to address this issue, and then I'm going to be done with it, okay? So, today is Monday. I'm filming this video right now. Before you watched it, I just filmed it. Normally, you guys know that I'm like a, how do you say, a day behind, sometimes 2 days behind, because, you know, today's Monday, it's supposed to be Marty Monday. Well, I'm taking over today. Yes, I'm kind of wearing a low-cut shirt. My bad. Didn't really know it's... Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to be blasphemous or whatever you want to say it. I'm super, super frustrated right now. Basically, here's the down low. I know you guys that are subscribed to me probably has not went and watched my older videos. Some of the oldest videos that I have on here is like, there's like 3 of them. It's called Yes I Am, part 1, 2, and 3. I think there's part 3, I'm not sure, but I think there is. It's basically me telling you my Christian beliefs at that time. Now this was like back in 2008. It's been like, what, 4 years, 3 years since then? And I've done a lot of growing up since then. The church that I was going to, I'd went to for over 12 years. Started going there since I was like 8 or 9 years old, and we had to move from there and like, I don't know, I was like 22 or 23. Well, long story short, I'm going to break it down as fast as I can. Over the years, that church grew. They were just a regular straight Baptist, and they grew to be something more than Baptist, like an independent Baptist, which is very, very similar to holiness, but they don't speak in tongues there. And being raised in that, you are going to take on the same type of, what's the word I'm looking for? That's what you're going to know. That's all you're going to know. Because that's what you're being taught. That's what's being drilled right into your head. And I agree with the Bible. I'm still a Christian, okay? I am 100% Christian. I am saved without a shadow of a doubt. And this video is not to preach to you guys. I'm not a preacher. For that matter, I don't really believe in women preachers. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to tell you guys all my beliefs per se. I don't think I'm going to tell you any of my beliefs. I'm going to tell you a couple of the discrepancies that I have, and with shenanigans and things that are going on. It really surprises me, annoys me, and not really annoys me really. I guess it surprises me, and I don't really know the word I'm looking for here, because this blog is spontaneous and I won't edit it. I'm just going to upload it straight to YouTube, providing that I don't go over 15 minutes. If I do go over 15 minutes, then I may just upload this to my second channel and put Marty Monday on my regular channel like usual. I have a couple of friends that I still associate with that used to go to that church. Like, this is part of the reason where I'm a social butterfly, but I don't have any real friends. Growing up in that time frame, I still went to public school, where everybody else was homeschooled or went to that Christian school. I tried to be involved in church as much as I possibly could. Sang in the choir, you know, I went witnessing a couple of times. Not like the Mormons witness, nothing like that. But, you know, okay, calm down, Ginger. The whole point of me staying and doing this video is because one of my friends that's on my Facebook, I don't know if you guys can see it or done saw it or not, we talk quite a lot. She used to go to that church. But when I was leaving that church, when I was like 22 or 21 or whatever, she had just started going there. Well, the old best friends that I had while I were there became her best friends. So it's kind of like, you know, when I left the church, it's like, I'm a sinner, you know, since I'm no longer going to be going there, you're just automatically deemed a sinner. Like, everything you say and do will be wrong until you come back and profess in front of the whole church, blah, blah, blah. Well, we moved back from North Georgia back to South Georgia. We started going to church again down there because it's a really good church. I felt like that church was on fire for God. I believe with all my heart. And I'm not going to say the name of the church. I'm not going to name any people because all that doesn't matter. I'm expressing how I feel to you guys. Well, yes, and I still have my withering away nail polish on. But basically, the whole time I was there, I grew up with all those kids that was at that church. And a lot of them didn't really accept me or Marty as being part of that church. We wasn't invited to their little social functions that they had and things like that. And that really hurt me as a child. It hurt me as a teenager. It hurts me now to think about it because when you're a church, the church is together. It's one. You don't divide it up and each little section have their own little clique. And for that matter, I tried my best to do things for people at that church. Even though they treated me wrong or didn't talk to me at all or any of those things, I still put that effort forward to talk to them, to do what I could for them. I guess I wanted to feel loved or feel a part of something. Because when you're coming together in the name of God or Jesus or whatever, you do that as a group. Okay, I'm emphasizing too much on that. The whole point of me saying all this is, which I kind of figured it anyway, and I don't really care, but some of the churchgoers down there follow me here on YouTube or on Twitter or wherever. I don't know where they follow me. I'm probably about 100% sure that it is here on YouTube, and I'm completely fine with that because I am who I am, and I'm a Christian. I don't go around telling you, look, you're going to hell, son. You're gonna burn. I mean, well, I don't know if you know or not, but, you have to get saved in order to go to heaven. You ain't going to go to heaven by works alone. But I'm not telling you that to preach to you. But I'm not going to tell you, look, you're going to hell. You're going to burn forever and ever. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm going to spit in your face while telling you. No. And I'm not saying they do that. But it just, my word is not coming out right. It's just, I don't understand. The whole time I was down there for 10, 15 years, nobody wanted to get to know me. Nobody didn't want to do anything with me. I was like the outcast, or felt like the outcast. But now that I've grown up and I'm doing something with my life and I am somebody, I think I'll watch Ginger on YouTube. I'll see what's going on. So they can run and have gossip to take back to the church or whoever they take it back to. And I just want to say, hey Laura, thanks for watching my videos. Comment and rate. Tell your friends to subscribe. But seriously, why do you have such a fascination with me now? And you could have cared less for me back then. That's what gets off of me. That's what offends me. And there was like this whole battle for words on one of my friend's Facebooks, which I meant everything I said. I don't take it back. Before I came out here, I had got 2 more notifications from where I'd been commenting. She had got like over 60 something comments on this about this one little thing. And it's like, Laura, I'm calling you out, hon. Take it as you will. I could care less. She goes, deleted all her comments. Like, she was too worried she was going to get in trouble, that she was gossiping or murmuring or trying to dig drama up on people. So she went and she deleted all her comments. But it's okay, because guess what? Guess what, Laura? I got a print screen, hun. And in case you don't know what that is, I took a picture of my computer screen of everything, that whole conversation. So if you think by deleting all those comments that they're gone, sorry. And for that matter, if you didn't delete all the comments and you just blocked me, that's fantastic. I am so glad, because now you can say, do, think, whatever you want to, and I could really care less, because I didn't really care what you thought anyway. I just voice my opinion because that's who I am. I speak how I feel. Christian, mostly, honestly, about all the time. I can't really say non-Christian. I mean, it's probably a little unethical sometimes, but that's who I am. I'm not scared to be who I am. I'm happy with who I am. I'm content with who I am. And the relationship that I have between me and God, it's just that. Between me and God. You can't carry me to heaven. You can carry me to hell. I don't know if you really want to do that, because that means you'd end up there too. But what goes on? If I go out there and I just mass murder thousands of people, my soul is going to be accountable for all the murders. Not you. Not the pastor. Not my neighbor. Not the police officer that puts me in handcuffs. But me. I'm responsible for my own soul. Myself. And for a person to think that the whole reason I had got into this whole little, whatever you want to call what I'm doing right now, rant or whatever, is because growing up in that church I grew up in, and then experiencing life and seeing how other Christian people are, I don't want to say that I feel like that church is an occult or whatever you call it. I'm not saying they're an occult. Don't take it that way. Or cult, as some people say it. But I feel like maybe a lot of the things that were, I'm not saying weren't true, because I believe there was fire in that church. On fire for God, undoubtedly. Because I felt God there. And that's why I joined the church. And like 6 months later, I got put out of the church for attendance. Yeah, because we didn't have a way to get to church. And the pastor's not the type of pastor he goes chasing after his flock. He doesn't call you to see what's wrong. I mean, I could have been dead in a ditch somewhere. And do you think he cared? No, because he said he doesn't go around chasing people. Well, I had got a ride by my aunt to go to Walmart to go get groceries one day, and I happened to see him there. And I guess he was like, well, if she can go to Walmart and get groceries, then she can come to church. Well, my aunt lives like 5 minutes from me, and she wouldn't have drove me 30, 40 minutes to church. And I didn't have a way. I had called 2 or 3 other members in the church to see if they could come by and get me, and there was either no answer, or they blatantly come out and told me no, they couldn't come and get me. So how is it even right to put someone out of church for attendance? And I understand if I hadn't been to church in like 5 years and they're just putting me out just to put me out because I hadn't been coming. But because I missed like maybe, I don't know, 10 services. And when I say 10 services, we had service Sunday morning, Sunday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and we had it the first Saturday of every month, youth service at night, and then whenever they had revivals. So, I mean, out of all those services, there's like 4 services a week, and if I miss like 10 or 15 of them, I'm automatically put out of church because of it. How is that Christian-like? And then, you know, when I approached the preacher about it, and by the way, I didn't hear from the preacher that I was being put out, or that I was put out. I heard it from Laura, his daughter, and she was on my MySpace, and she deleted me. This is like years ago. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm just done with all that. I'm done with all those people, because, I mean, if they didn't care for me then why are they really going to care for me now? That's why I don't understand why they're watching me now on YouTube, listening to me babble on and on, probably sitting there thinking, oh my God, I can't believe she just said my name. Wait till I tell Daddy, or wait till I tell everybody in the whole congregation. I don't really care. If you want, you can play this in church, because I don't really have a problem, because I love everybody. I'm not mad at anyone. My mind can't comprehend, if you didn't care for me then, why do you want to care for me now? So you'll have something to gossip about. I mean, in all honesty, that is what it is. I mean, you don't call me on the phone. You hadn't emailed me to ask me what my number is. But yet you're lingering around my YouTube to get idle gossip? How does that make any sense? To me, that is, shady. And it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. But to do things like that just for you to have something to talk about, that's called murmuring. And I think I addressed all those issues already in the little chat that we had on Facebook. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, I guess. I guess what it just comes down to, basically, a Christian is a person that is saved, that has got saved. They ask God to forgive them of their sins and come into their heart, and they try their best to live a Christian lifestyle. And that basically is a lifestyle that they feel in their heart is right with God. How a person can go and tell them, look, because you're wearing pants, you ain't saved, you ain't going to heaven, you going to hell. No. And they say, like, for example, if I had done that to someone, like, well, I can say that because I only wear skirts, so I know I'm right with Jesus, okay? So, yeah, let me help you cast the mote out of your eye, because they can judge you because they're not doing the same sin you are. Sure, there is several hundreds of thousands of sins out there. I mean, you can read all about it in the Bible. I'm not going to go in detail and tell you guys. I'm not preaching to you. I'm not telling you, you need to get saved when you probably do if you're not. But, no probably. You do. If you're not saved, you should get saved. But it's just like people casting judgment on other people and deeming it fit necessary because that's what I said, when that's not right at all. It's what the Bible says. And I think the biggest problem, or whatever you want to call it, that I have with how I was raised in the church I was in to now, is that I feel sure the Bible was preached, it was taught, it was right, on key. But the more that church grew that I was going to, the more that they put the preacher on the pedestal. The more it became about the preacher instead of about the message. I mean, when you're sitting there in the congregation and all of a sudden, please excuse me. Okay, first of all, I want to say I'm not racist or anything at all. So don't take it that way. And I'm only going to say what someone else said, okay? When you're sitting there and all of a sudden the preacher's like saying the word nigger, or what is the other word? I think he said like something a beaver builds. You know how a beaver builds a dam? Well, he'll say that. Now, he won't say it in the term like the Bible says it. Like, the person is damned to hell. He will say, D-U to hell. And to me, that's completely different than, that's out of context of how the Bible says it. And that's using it in a slang terminology that is said in this day and age as a cuss word. So saying either one of those, calling a black person that particular name, or calling Obama that particular name, or saying D-U to hell, to me, none of that's biblical. And when you put a person on a pedestal, and that person is supposed to be delivering a message from God, not from themselves, but from God, then that's not from the Bible. And to me, that's not the definition of what's right and what's Christian. But then again, what do I really know? Because, I hadn't been to that church in like, I don't know how many years. Like, we're in 2011. I hadn't been down there in at least 5-6 years. And I know I've been falling short, okay? I know I've been really falling short as a Christian. But But that's between me and God. And I ask God for forgiveness to forgive me of those things. But still, other people thinking that they have the right to tell people, what is that? I thought that was a spider. I was going to spaz out. But anyway, I just don't think that by telling people, look, I seen you walking down the beer aisle at Walmart. You drunk, you alcoholic. You're going to burn in hell because you were walking down that aisle. And they start going and telling everybody, I seen Ginger at Walmart over there on the liquor aisle looking at something. And then somebody else goes, hey, so-and-so seen Ginger over at Walmart buying some liquor. And then somebody else is like, oh my God, Ginger was so drunk the other day. That's murmuring. What purpose is that? One thing that I have definitely learned more than anything, what good is it telling other people? If it's not going to do good, but it's going to do bad, then why tell other people? There's nothing good coming from it but drama. And when you, Laura, or anybody decides to do things like that, that's not Christian-like. To me, that's murmuring, and you're nothing but a gossiper. And to me, you need to get right about that. And, or whoever does it. I don't care who does it. You know, my best friend, which we know I ain't got one of those, but my best friend, or my boyfriend, my husband, my sister, my cousin, my aunt, my niece, my nephew, whoever does it, runs their mouth, oh, well, I seen Ginger throw a rock through a car windshield, and they run and they tell the cops, right? Well, in all honesty, what good did it do to tell the cop? Sure. Like, for example, I brought this to Tim's attention the other day. I said, Tim, if I went outside right now and I got a baseball bat and I started busting the windshield out of Marty's car. Now, you seen me doing this. Would you run in the house and tell Marty I was doing it? Or would you wait till I got done and I went there and told him? He said, well, he didn't want to answer me at first. And then he said that he'd go in there and tell Marty. And I'm like, now Tim, think about it. What good is really coming out of you telling Marty that? When I was going to tell him myself, but what good did it do you going and telling it? Because all it's going to do is make him more angry. You know, and it pulls Tim in the middle of it. The problem is it should have been between me and Marty. I should have went in there and said, look, Marty, I just busted the windshield out of your car. What are you going to do? And then Marty should have dealt with me straight on. There should be no middle person. So, Laura, if you're going to take whatever happened, the little thing that you seen or typed or done or whatever it was that went on between you and that person, or between me and you, or between you and whoever, or subscribers, whoever you got a problem with, you need to get with that person directly if you're going to help them cast the mote out or whatever have you. I mean, I don't know. You need to get with them and not 50 other people, because what good is it going to do? For example, we'll say Laura again. Okay, Laura takes this video that I'm making right now, takes it down to the church. Oh my God, look what Ginger done on YouTube. What good is that going to do? It's just stirring up a lot of drama. And if you guys are on my Facebook, which I may post it on my fan page on Facebook, but I basically told her in a Christian way what was right or what was wrong. I don't know. This video is going on too long and I feel like I'm lingering. And oh my God, I am at 25 minutes. Yeah, this is going to have to go on the second channel. I will just, if y'all want to know more about anything, just leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to respond. But I got to end this right now. Bye, you guys. Be a Christian, not a demon. Or be an angel, not a demon. Or, yeah. Laura, I hope you ask God to forgive you for all the mischief and drama that you go through and cause. But yeah, bye!